All right, welcome everybody. Whether you're watching live or if you're watching on one of the recordings, glad to have you here. This is Civ4 AI Survivor, Season 4, Game 7. We're almost done with the opening round here. Let's just give you a quick refresh on what the map looks like. One of the things I described in the preview is I thought it looked slightly like a map of Ireland. Kind of our usual blobby Pangea, but that was what I saw when I looked at the map. As far as our individual leaders, our Pool 1 leader is Boudicca. He is a heavy favorite in this game. He was picked by 3/4 of the picking contest, so we'll see if he can live up to that. He is the big favorite, as I said. The Pool 2 leader is Boudicca. Boudicca was a popular choice for second place. About half the people in the picking contest have her for second. Interesting thing about Boudicca, she's one of the most aggressive leaders in Civ4. However, she will not declare war at pleased, kind of rare amongst the warmongers, but she does not plot war at pleased. As far as the other leaders, we have Augustus Caesar of Rome, the other Roman leader, the one you tend to hear not as much about. We have Churchill of England, the English leader who was added in the Beyond the Sword expansion. We also have Napoleon of France, also one of the game's most aggressive leaders. He has a very, very high unit build preference. He actually has 10 out of 10 build unit preference in his AI setup, so expect him to build lots of units. That has not been terribly effective in past years. We'll see if he can do better in this particular year. And then finally, we have Washington of America, who has drawn a coastal start up here in the Northeast. Fortunately for him, he does start with fishing tech, so he can connect his clams immediately. Yeah, Monty color fitting for Napoleon. One quick shout out, I do want to give thanks before we get started to Myth and also to T-Rex, who gifted me a very nice skin in League of Legends this about a week ago, the Elemental Lux skin. So thank you very much for that if either of you are watching this. And also Myth, best wishes on recovering soon. Myth actually had got a concussion last week, so hopefully he's starting to feel a little bit better. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. So unlike a lot of our previous games, there's not really going to be a race as far as religion goes in this one, and that's because Boudicca and Boudicca are the only ones who start with religious texts, and looks like Boudicca's going to get a religion. I thought Boudicca was also going to research a religious text. Perhaps she is not in this game. When I went back and looked at the preview, she was researching meditation, but it looks like she changed that over to archery for whatever reason. So there is a potential for Napoleon or Augustus Caesar to get a religion. Boy, if Augustus founds the other early religion, he's going to almost certainly be first to die. And Boudicca going east over here. So if he does found on this river, which it looks like he might, he's going to crowd Washington, and he's also going to found his religion over here, which would be really good for spreading his religion to Napoleon and spreading it to Washington later on. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so we've got our first couple cities founded. Boudicca has gone for ivory, so that's potentially going to get him yet another source of happiness. We mentioned he's going to have gold and silver potentially, so this will get him another happiness resource. Does have floodplains for food and also does have a plains cow, so it's a little bit deserty, but not the worst, I'd say. He is going to get the first religion, that's not in doubt. Napoleon's gone towards Boudicca, and Boudicca's gone towards Napoleon, so they've headed straight towards each other out of the gate. Napoleon's city is pretty weak. It just has wines for food resources. That's not terribly good. And Boudicca has also picked a rather weak spot. I guess it has a tundra deer, but that's a fairly weak tile. So not the best cities that either of them have picked thus far. Let's see where the other leaders are going to plant. Washington's still moving. All right, Churchill's gone straight towards Boudicca. So this is pretty key where these cities have gone in the south. They've all gone straight towards each other, and Boudicca's gotten crowded immediately. So for all of you who have Boudicca to be runner-up, this is not a great start for her. This is not what she wanted to see. I like this comment. Napoleon's French. He went straight for the wine resources. Napoleon misses the horses, and so does Boudicca. Yeah, so far. I mean, they'll get more cities, but it's true. Neither one of them have got... Gee, I wonder who's going to get control of this horse resource right here. Could be pretty interesting. Boudicca might get locked down on horses if she can't get this one, because I don't see any other horses nearby for her. That's not great if she can't get access to horses. As far as the city from Churchill, I wouldn't say this is great, but he claimed land in the direction he needed to claim land towards Boudicca, and he also does grab a food bonus in the form of a dry wheat, so not terrible. All right, Augustus went straight south into the jungle. This is one of those spots that's going to be good long term, but is going to be really weak in the early game. It does have a wet rice, so that will be a 5 food tile, but Augustus is not creative. He does not have any way to expand borders, so until he pops his borders, this is a terrible city. The only tile he can work is a 2-1 forest tile, which is awful. So this is not really where you want to go. I mean, again, long term, it's great. You've got the sugars, you've got the gems. It's good long term, but it sucks out of the gate. And then we just need Washington. Oh, only has 2 jungle tiles? I mean, okay. Fair point. It does only have 2, well, 3, I guess. Fair point. Doesn't have that many jungle tiles. Good point. All right, Washington has gone where you would expect him to go. He's gone straight west. Augustus Caesar he did just pop bronze working from a hut, though. That's pretty nice. That's good luck for him. Washington goes in a spot that has, again, fairly weak initially. After it pops borders, it gets a lot better. It's too bad he didn't go 1 tile further west and get the dry corn tile in the initial 9 tile ring. So anyway, that's where everybody is. Huayna Capac's about to found his religion. Let's see who's going to go for meditation. All right, Napoleon, of all people, is going for meditation. Huh. Did not expect that. I really thought Boudicca was going to get the other religion. I would have picked Boudicca to finish second if I thought Napoleon was going to get the other religion. But, yeah, it looks like... Looks like it's going to be Napoleon. Okay, well, that throws off my pick. That makes Napoleon a lot less likely to be second place. Second tile west of is under a floodplains? No, I don't think so. Forest tile west of Washington Second City. No, it's just one of those things that looks like it. It is in fact a forest plain. You can in fact put floodplains on a grassland or a plains tile. Never happens normally though. Will not spawn in natural. Yeah, so Boudicca not going to found the religion. Looks like it's going to be Napoleon, and perhaps that'll help him because if he gets a holy city right here, it's going to pop the borders, and that will bring horses into his terrain. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be Napoleon who's going to get this second holy city. Not at all what I was expecting, but maybe it's good for him. I don't know. Farming the I can't talk. Farming the wines tile. I guess it's not terrible, right? If the tile goes to 2-1 and then 2 commerce, which is an okay tile to work, but not great. All right, well, let's go through here. Again, it looks like Napoleon is going to found a religion, and so he picks up Christianity. Yeah, unexpected, very unexpected. I really thought Boudicca was going to get a religion because she starts with mysticism, but she just didn't go for it. She went archery, mining, bronze working. Huh. Yeah, farming wines is not that bad, honestly. Like this is not a terrible tile to work at your capital. All right, 15 turns in. Let's see how people are doing with their capitals, right? All right, so Huayna Capac has connected his wet corn, and then he's gone ahead and farmed these tiles. I mean, I guess farming the pigs isn't awful. He probably should have mined his marble tile, though. That would have been a smarter move. But still, working on that settler. He's farming more of these tiles. What's he researching? Animal husbandry. Okay, that's a smart pick for him because he's got the pigs and he's also got the cows at his second city. Does he have hunting? I don't think he does. No, he needs to get hunting to connect his ivory, but as long as he goes for hunting next, he's in pretty good shape overall. Okay, let's see Washington. He's connected his clams and he's also connected his ivory. Well, he hasn't connected it, but he's improved it. He's doing about as best he could, given his starting position. And he's going animal husbandry, so he's playing it pretty smart. Napoleon has farmed the floodplains. Okay, this is not great. He doesn't have does he have a settler out by any chance? No, he does not. I think Boudicca does. No, she has a worker, not a settler. Okay, nobody has a settler out yet. Yeah, Napoleon not running a great start thus far, honestly. His start techs are pretty good, agriculture wheel, but because he invested so much in religion, he doesn't have any worker techs yet. Boudicca has not improved her capital at all because she went archery, then mining, then bronze working. So this is not what you want to see. No improved tiles. Look how long it's taking her to build this settler because she's only getting 6 food hammers is the term we came up with. Only 6 food hammers per turn. A little bit better from Churchill. He wisely has mined his 2 animal husbandry resources, which is smart. The barracks build not so smart. And he is on animal husbandry. And then finally, Augustus Caesar has he did connect his clams tile and then mined the hill tile. Also, the barracks build not very smart. No idea why he's doing that. So Huayna Capac and Washington are off to much better starts in their capital cities thus far. right, so Napoleon converts to Christianity, gets the early border pop. He's going to take away a lot of tiles from this city because he's going to hit 100 culture in just 17 turns. Anyway, so now we'll watch to see where the initial settlers come out. Well, oh, I should also mention one other thing that's really nice for the Inca is not only do they get the terraces, which are just awesome, granaries that give you culture, they also, the Quechua's pretty good because the barbarians tend to run around with lots of archers, and when you have the Quechuas, they get the huge combat bonus against archers, so it actually helps the AI a lot to get that combat bonus against the archers. Augustus on Stonehenge? I see. Yeah, that's a smart build for him, honestly. That said, I don't think he has... Does he have a settler out? He does. Okay, so he has one settler out from his second city, apparently. I think he might have whipped that out with his bronze working that he popped from a hut. So, yeah, Huayna Capac farming the floodplains over connecting his animal husbandry resources. He's got a settler out. Let's keep an eye on where these set. So there's a settler here, here. Remember, Augustus is imperialistic, so he gets the cheaper settlers. All right, so these two seem to be first with their settlers. All right. Hey, Augustus, claiming some good territory. He's heading in the direction he needs to go. Now, this is a fairly vulnerable city, but, I mean, if he backfills, he's going to end up with a decent amount of territory here. Not bad. I like the idea to get that. And if you get Stonehenge, you'll get the free border pops. So, not that bad, honestly. And Huayna Capac... No, he really needs to settle in a spot where he's got those gold tiles in range. Nope, he's going further south. Okay. Well, I guess he will get them eventually. When he hits 100 culture in his capital, he'll get the gold tiles. So he has to connect them eventually. That said, Huayna Capac getting some land down here is not that bad either. Oh, okay, so he wanted the gems. So this is a pretty crucial part of the map because of these peaks on either side. He's now locked this down, and he should be able to backfill everything behind this. Rome converting to Christianity? Rome hasn't converted to Christianity. At least not so far. We'll see how long it takes for this religion to spread down the river. Well, I guess it won't go to Napoleon. It'll go to Washington. Maybe Washington won't be first to die because he'll pick up the religion from Huayna Capac. Then again, Napoleon's not going to like Washington because he's going to have a different religion. If you're curious about the early... Yeah. See... This is one of the reasons why I have Washington first to die. He's the worst enemy of Huayna Capac and Napoleon already. That's not a great sign for his long-term survival. Napoleon's the worst enemy of all the high peace weight civs, though, so that's kind of interesting. And I don't think anyone else is the worst enemy thus far. He settled on Christian River. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, you're right. He did settle on the Christian River. Good point. Yeah, Huayna Capac's already off to a good start. The guy is just a really good leader overall. Yeah, and now he's connected his pigs. He really should mine one of these hill tiles. I don't know if he's picked up mining yet, though. He's on the wheel. I guess he wants to build cottages. Yeah, he does need to get mining tech, but he's gotten what he needed in the early game. Like, look how fast he can build the settler. I'm actually going to screenshot this because he's just off to a nice start. 6 food tile, 6 food tile. I mean, you get the settlers out really fast. And it's not like he's imperialistic where he gets the hammer bonus. He's just a normal civ, so he doesn't get any particular advantage for food versus hammers. All right, so there's Augustus building Stonehenge. A nice build, really nice build for him because that will make it so he doesn't have to build monuments at any of his cities. And he needs border pops at both of these cities. All right, so let's see. All right, Boudicca did settle our third city. This is a better plant from her going north towards the center of the map in the direction she needs to go. So that is wise. Does get her closer to these horses, which I think will probably be hers based on what we've seen thus far. Anyone else have a settler out? Napoleon just finished one. That's a worker, not a settler. Churchill's got one. He appears to be favoring the southern tundra instead of going towards the middle of the map. You know, I thought this spot was more likely to be grabbed by Churchill than Augustus, but Churchill really seems to want to settle the southern tundra right now. Washington has also picked up a new city. Churchill finished his bronze working. I don't love this spot. Not quite sure why he picked this one. I guess he didn't have that many options. But yeah, it's not great. We also have our first Barb city on the map over there, east of Napoleon. Where's Napoleon sending his city? Because we know he has a settler out. North? Okay. Looks like he's going to grab this source of horses. He'll probably plant right on that tile. Probably. Yep, looks like he's going to establish there. Okay. So Augustus has got another settler in production. Huayna just finished one, which he's apparently sending into the tundra because he's an AI. Okay. Don't quite understand that. Tiwanaku has popped borders, though, and this is kind of boxing in Washington to a certain extent. Too bad Huayna didn't go down the river. That would have been a better spot for him to go to. Washington took Napoleon's iron. I don't think that was Napoleon's iron. That's definitely closer to Washington than it is to Paris. I guess it was somewhat in between them, but. And Orleans, or Orléans in French, is about to pop its borders again. Grab the horses right here. Definitely having no trouble controlling these disputed tiles between the two civs. So yeah, there's Lyon right there. And Churchill, yeah, that's not a smart place to go, buddy. Nor is researching the Great Wall very smart. Huayna on masonry. I think he wants to connect his marble. Okay, so normally this would be like likely for the settler to die, but remember the Quechuas get plus 100% against archers and is on the forested hill tile, so it's probably going to survive. Yep. So again, that city almost certainly dies if Huayna doesn't have Quechuas. Like one warrior against two archers is almost certain death. But again, Inca's a good civ in addition to Huayna having those really nice financial industrious traits. So yeah, that helped a lot right there. And Huayna is the first to a fourth city in this game. Poverty point candidate. Yeah, this is a pretty lousy city. This is just a space filler. He somehow managed to miss every resource. Don't quite understand that. Like, why not settle right here, right? The fish and the gold tiles in the second ring. Whatever. I don't quite get it either, but anyway. Huayna has connected his ivory, and he's got a religion, so he's got a pretty healthy, happy cap right now. If Boudicca gets Napoleon's religion, they will become good buddies. It's true, they will be. That's true, and they could be a tag team. We have not seen any of the religions spread thus far. It seems quite likely that Christianity will spread to Boudicca, considering the holy city's right on our borders. Yeah, they could become a tag team together. That's very much in play. All right, Napoleon just got bronze working. Who's got a settler out on the map? That's probably the most interesting thing going on right now. All right, so Augustus Caesar has one right there. Does anyone else have a settler out? Napoleon? No, that's a worker. All right, looks like it's just Augustus, so why don't we watch where this settler goes right now? Looks like it's headed for this cluster of resources. Okay, Churchill finishes the Great Wall. Okay, he's got a funky-looking Great Wall. It's like I don't know, like a nozzle on a hose or something. I don't know. And now he's building the pyramids. Okay, great. You do that, Churchill. Don't bother to found cities or anything. I mean, Huayna also doing some weird stuff. Technically, this city is not connected. I guess he needs to get sailing tech because it's not connected to the rest of his civ yet, even though it's on the river. All right, so it looks like Augustus is going to grab this spot right here. Augustus is off to a pretty good start as well. I know his score is lagging, but he's actually put himself in decent position. Given his start, which was not a great start, he's done about what you'd expect. So here's the problem with Huayna. His one weakness, he does tend to be a little too wonder-happy, as you can see by Pyramids, Temple of Artemis. Too bad he doesn't have stone. He's got marble, he doesn't have stone. Like, he hasn't connected his marble yet, but he will. Washington, though, is still trapped on limited number of cities. He did just finish another... Oh, no, I was going to say finish another settler. He finished another worker, which is probably something he needs. His territory is a little under-improved right now. Still, he might get this. He does have some pretty good production. Yeah, with the industrious trade, he's got pretty good production here, so he might get this. Not as good as building more cities, but... I mean, the Pyramids is a pretty good wonder. Churchill's just signing up for death. Arguably, yes. He definitely is not expanding. Not putting himself in a very strong position for long term. Out there. So it looks like Huayna unlocked his terraces. Granaries that provide culture. Pretty good in this game. That will help him pop borders faster to get the gold tiles in range. He can't work them with any cities because bizarrely he's avoided that. But once he pops those borders, he will have copper and he'll connect his copper. Oh wait, how did he get? Oh, that's right. Terrace is +2. For some reason, I thought the terrace was +1 culture. I'm thinking of one of the Realms Beyond mods where the terrace is only +1 culture. It's a really strong, unique building. It definitely should be +1 culture, not +2. The +2 is really, really ridiculous. Also, Huayna already 100 points ahead of the rest of the field, so just keep that in mind, you guys. Now, granted, early score is not necessarily indicative of what happens later, but I mean, yeah, he is 100 points ahead of the rest of the field, 46 turns into the game. So there is that. Anyway, right now, almost everybody's on ironworking. A very popular choice right now. Yeah, so like even though this city kind of sucks, when the terrace will at least pop the borders. So Napoleon continued expanding. He did get Rems down. This gives him ivory. I don't think he had that already. A badly needed happiness resource for Napoleon. Although he does have his religion to provide some happiness. I guess he's got the wines, but he can't connect them just yet. And he did get the horses connected. So that's nice. Most civs are on 3 or 4 cities. Washington is, you know, we've been ragging on Churchill, but Washington's almost in as bad of a spot here. I guess he does have a settler. Okay, he's got a settler over here. Pretty far away from the rest of his civ. I guess he's going to found up here on the hill, I think. Kind of off by himself, though. What is Boudicca doing? Good question. It's not clear to me what she's doing either. I think she has a settler out on the map. Yes, she does. An unescorted settler currently. So she is trying to move towards the middle of the map. And so Washington did settle here. So it looks like our contested zone on the map is going to be like right here. Oh, look at that. How about this? Barbarian City dead in the center of the map. That'll be a nice prize for whoever can claim it. So, and with this, we're about to hit turn 50. So we'll do our traditional turn 50 comparisons on the game. Let's zoom out and see the map. So, all right, so Washington belatedly hits 5 cities at the very end here. He gets those 2 spots there. So the map's already filling up pretty well. I will say one thing that I like about Huayna is he still has room to backfill. Like, there's room for more cities back here. Like, he's not out of territory at all. Napoleon also has room for some more stuff over here, too. So we've got a Barb city here, and then, oh, we got another one over here. 4 cities for Augustus, 4 cities for Boudicca, 4 cities for Napoleon, 5 for Washington, 5 for Huayna 3 for Churchill, who's struggling. Yeah, Gilgamesh losing his settler. Rome will be the likely candidate to pick up this city as well. Rome already having axes makes it likely that they'll be able to get that. And it's only a matter of time until Augustus gets ironworking if he hasn't researched it already. No, hasn't researched it already. But he does already have iron within his territory. It's just a matter of researching to ironworking and then connecting it. So in terms of resources, we already have copper on the part of Augustus. Churchill has no happiness resources, no strategic resources either. He is struggling, to say the least. Not a very good opening for him. And it looks like he's not even going to get the pyramids, because Huayna was ahead in this. I guess he dropped behind a little bit. He started working high food tiles here for whatever reason, instead of working the mining tiles. Oh, he's already got one floodplains financial cottage going up there. Needs to get workers to cottage these floodplains tiles here. Would be the way to go there. And his borders did pop to grab the copper and the gold, so we'll see how long it takes to grab those. Washington has the ivory and clams, and that's it. He needs to get his cities connected. I don't know if he even has the wheel yet, because I don't see any roads in his territory. No wheel, so yeah, that explains what we're seeing there. The cities are not connected together at all. Yeah, so we had to mention that Augustus taking 12 turns. Let's see what their research rate is. It's very early, but we can check in on that. Huayna 15, Boudicca 13, Augustus, yeah. 2 gold per turn, okay, or 2 beakers per turn. All right, he may have overexpanded slightly. 2 beakers per turn. That's awesome. All right, so he's claimed a fair amount of territory, but God, he needs to fix his economy. Most people are right around 15 beakers. Washington's 9. Yeah, Washington, this city being so far away, he's got a lot of maintenance from this one, to a lesser extent this one. Yeah, so Augustus, he's not going to be planning any more cities for a while, because he's already crippled his economy. Ironworking in 50 turns, pretty much. Yeah. One thing the AI is once they reach a certain point, when they're down to like 10 to 20% research, they stop expanding. So Augustus will not plant any more cities for the time being because he's crashed his economy. The Barb cities are more open. Like, I think a lot of these could be claimed by different sources. Washington is apparently attacking this Barb city with his archers, which is not likely to go well. I think they killed one defender, though, because they spawned with 4. All right, now the pyramids are back down to 18 turns again. Here's that. Oh, he needs to get one more shield. If he can get one more shield, he gets the industrious bonus. He's got an odd number, so he's only getting half of it. Also, working that... did he cottage this? Yeah, he's already cottaged the wines tile. That's one of the better things to do with a plains wine tile in the early game is just put a cottage on it. Usually more useful than putting a farm on it. Boudicca also did cram a city in here, so she's... Excuse me, she's kind of squeezed, but she's done making the most of what she's got. As opposed to Churchill, who is just not expanding at all. I guess he's got a settler. No, that's a worker. I thought he had a settler there. Nope, still struggling. Wynakopek just researched priesthood, so expect him to build the oracle. He has now connected his marble, so that's going to help him with this Temple of Artemis build. Yeah, he's got a huge bonus here. Now, it's a shame that that wonder kind of sucks. But he does have a lot of production towards it, so he'll probably get that. He is still doing settlers. I would expect him to build the oracle now that he's got marble connected, because he really loves wonders. Also, new Barb City up here. So we've got that to keep an eye on. Oh, I should reveal the map too, by the way. Washington also is founded. God, this is, well, I guess it's a fishing village, but geez, Chicago and Philadelphia, I'm not sure that these are really where he should be putting cities down. Pretty weak. Oh yeah, Huayna still has this spot. He should settle on this tile right. This tile right here is the one. Normally you'd want Plains Hill, but I think the ability to get the second gold tile in range is worth it. Yeah, that would be a nice city. Fish for food, double gold for commerce. He did just connect the gold tile as well. He did finish that settler, so we'll have to see where it goes. And we've got a tight race for pyramids between Wynakopek and Churchill. They're both right around the same time. The thing is, though, Wynakopek will get a much bigger slavery bonus for completing it, so he probably has the edge for whipping it to completion. If he settles on if he settles on the hill, he does get a floodplains for food, but he orphans the northern gold tile. I think it's better to get the gold resource, personally. Yeah, Wynakopek will win ties. That's a good point. He gets the tiebreaker as being the pool 1 leader. So the map is mostly full. We should check the diplomacy, just so we can see. So Washington is still the worst enemy of Wynakopek and Napoleon. Napoleon's still the worst enemy of all the high peace weight civs. Napoleon basically hates everybody. Annoyed with Washington, annoyed with Churchill, annoyed with Augustus Caesar, cautious towards Boudicca, cautious towards Wynakopek. This dude just hates everybody. And we actually, because I forgot to do it, let's look at the bar graphs. All right, in terms of economy, Wynakopek's first. Napoleon's somewhat surprising second, although a lot of this I think is holy city culture, not actual research power. And Augustus is pretty high too, but again, I think a lot of that's Stonehenge. Remember, his economy was terrible in terms of research rate. Production, it's fairly close. Wynakopek's a little bit ahead. Similarly here, Wynakopek's a little bit ahead. Churchill, man, he is struggling. Power's fairly close. The ones who connected metal first are highest. That's Augustus because he connected copper early, and Boudicca, who also, I believe, has copper connected. Culture, yeah, Rome. Wow, Rome really took over in terms of culture. This dude is really struggling. 11 turns. Okay, maybe he will get the pyramids. Wynakopek will get a huge payout in terms of gold if he doesn't finish it, but still could have used production a lot better. This settler does appear to be going for this spot. Would be my guess as far as where that's going. So here we go. All right, so Washington has picked up the religion of Wynakopek. Let's see how that has shifted their feelings towards one another. So no longer the worst enemy of Wynakopek. He is cautious due to that peace weight difference. Wynakopek's pleased towards Boudicca. Napoleon now dislikes Washington more than ever for the heathen religion. Nice prize for whoever captures London. All right, so Churchill did finally get a fourth city up here, finally. And I think that that's the only city we've seen planted recently. Oh, no, we've got a Roman city here, right next to the iron, which Augustus still has not researched ironworking yet. What is his economy like? It's got to be pretty terrible still. 10 beakers per turn. Wine is at 24. Boudicca's at 10 per turn. All right, so he managed to repair his economy to a certain extent. It's no longer a joke. It's just bad. Instead of being awful, it's just bad. All right, so that the Barb cities still appear to be holding out for the time being. People haven't connected enough resources yet and gotten the. So you really need like axes to take down the. Chariots have a shot, but like chariots kind of need to roll well. Normally, chariots will lose to the archers. Right now, it's a bunch of archers trying to capture this city, Sumerian. Okay, and Huayna Capac apparently agrees with me because he's chosen this spot. And look, we work in the gold tile immediately. It's not bad. What he really should do, though, is he should work the gold tile and build a work boat. But I don't think he has fishing tech yet. Also, Huayna's about to found the third religion, monotheism. So he's about to pick up and then bury the next religion in order. Pyramids 8 turns, pyramids 5 turns. It does look like that's going to be won by Churchill. So maybe he'll get something out of his for his efforts. So he picked Islam, and it found it up here. So this, as far as where the religion pops up, that doesn't matter because distance to Holy City influences the spread. This is so far away from everything, it's hard to see this ever playing much of a role in this game. So it looks like this is just going to be a Hinduism and Christianity game, would be my guess, unless someone else found a religion. He is going to finish Temple of Artemis and get the big culture boost. That will help him get a great profit for his shrine. So it's not the end of the world. 5 turns away versus 4 turns away. We'll see if it gets whipped to completion by either of them. Huayna does get the much bigger boost for whipping. This has been quite a race between the two of them. And I see another settlers in production here too. Also, Temple of Artemis is about to finish. I think I just mentioned that though. All right, so there it is. Islam has immediately spread to this city. 3 turns for pyramids, 2 turns for pyramids. Could it spread to Rome? I mean, sure, it definitely could, right? It absolutely could spread to Rome. That would be really bad for Augustus if Islam spread to him. Boy, this guy's struggling with happiness. Oh, he has no happiness resources in his territory. Luxuries. Oh, he's got the gems. Yeah, he needs to get to ironworking. He needs to connect those gems and connect his iron for Praetorians. Anyway. Yeah, so they're still attacking these, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if the pyramids are going to be finished. All right, someone got them. Who was it? Oh, Huayna Capac, the steal! The last second steal! Oh my god. Churchill was 1 turn away. 1 turn away, and it gets stolen. Wow. Oh, this is not Churchill's game, man. Woo! He built that for so many turns. Not industrious. No stone. And it gets whipped when it's 1 turn away. It's true. He would have won tiebreaker, but it wasn't a tiebreaker. Huayna was a turn behind. It was 1 turn for Churchill, 2 turns for Huayna Capac. He whipped it and finished the thing. Oh boy, Churchill. Man, this has not been his game. I still don't know if he's first to die, though. It depends on what Boudicca does. Depends on where she goes. I honestly don't think Boudicca is that strong either, but she's definitely strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's definitely stronger than Churchill. Churchill's in a pretty weak position. If you're curious in terms of power right now, all right, Rome is far and away the leader in power at the moment. I wonder if he's plotting war. I mean, like, Rome could attack Boudicca for all we know. They don't like each other very much, do they? Who does Augustus not like? Oh, yeah, he's annoyed towards Napoleon. But he's cautious towards literally everyone else, except Washington, who he likes. Has Huayna built the Apostolic Palace yet? No, he hasn't, but he's putting on a clinic thus far. Very impressive start for him. Oh, wait, we got a Settler up here. Okay, so he's going for... he apparently wants the iron, I think, because he's got a settler way up there. He just settled directly on... He's like, screw this. I just want the iron. Terrible city, but it gets him iron. Remember how he said he didn't have iron and that was one of his few weaknesses? Well, now he has iron. Or he will once he runs a road up there. See, Huayna is able to expand faster than the other civs because his economy is so much better. Remember, the AI stops expanding when their economy crashes, and because his economy is way better than anyone else's, his expansion is also better than everyone else's. Yeah, I mean, financial trait, just awesome. Like, he's getting the financial bonus here, 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 on all three of those tiles. Not so much at his well, he is getting it at the marble at his capital, and like right onto another settler. He's getting it on that tile there. He's got already got a cottage up and running here, so he's getting like plus. Well, he's got a cottage here. He's not working. He's already getting like +6 commerce from financial trait, and at a time where you only have what 50 commerce total, like that's a big bonus. He's at 18 beakers per turn, and he's only running 30% research. So like Boudicca's out researching him, but Boudicca's at 80%. So like there's a huge difference there. Much more room for his economy to grow. Yeah, financial expanse is Pakal. Pakal's a really good leader in unmodded Civ4 as well. Anyway, I'm trying to keep checking in on these barb cities. No one's really been able to punch through and capture them yet. Like you would think Augustus would have the most. Augustus is probably going to be the first one to capture a barb city. But yeah, he's got this down to just 1 archer remaining, so he will probably be able to do this sometime soon. That said, his economy is just awful. Look at him struggling to research masonry. Like, at some point, he's going to have to get some actual research going. But, hey, maybe he'll... Oh, he did not win that combat. He attacked the archer and lost, and then promoted the archer. That's a shame. Would have been nice for him to get that city. Although, maybe, given how bad his economy is, maybe not. Has Churchill finally managed to get another city? Nope. Still at only 4, although he does have some settlers in production. He needs to get up to about 6 or 7 cities. Napoleon is still on 6 cities. He did found this one relatively recently. I don't know why he founded a city with no defenders, right on the borders with Boudicca. That would appear to be tempting fate. And Washington's been stuck on his current 6 for a while. His problem is he's paying maintenance costs for these cities, but they're not really doing anything for him. I guess Philadelphia is not terrible. Augustus is not currently building cottages. I see 0 cottages in his territory right now, so he's likely to be in this bad shape for a while. And Huayna's almost managed to run a road up to his capital. So he is working on the Oracle. He will probably slingshot metal casting, and that will be a fantastic pick for him. Because he's already got the gold, he's industrious, so he gets cheap forges. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but I think he... Well, there it is. I was like, I mean, it's not guaranteed he picks metal casting, but yeah. You see the forge in his capital immediately. It is super cheap to build because he's industrious. It'll add to his gold, and he's only a matter of time until he researches ironworking and then connects this gems, and then it'll be worth +4 happiness. So you get the idea. He's really running away with the game at this point. Boudicca. Boudicca looks ready to kick ass. Let's see. Does anyone look like they're plotting war right now? I see swords on Napoleon, but he always builds units. Is anyone's power spiking? Just out of curiosity. We should be seeing the first wars soon. Napoleon's power is spiking a little bit. Yeah, Huayna is really running away with things at the moment. So he is grabbing fishing, which he needs to connect. Oh, we see... Okay, so Rome gets the city in the middle of the map. It's a good pickup for Augustus. The only problem is his economy is just so dreadful right now. That's only going to make his expenses worse. Yeah, I mean, he's at 7 beakers per turn. Huayna is, again, not high yet, but it's only a matter of time until he starts running away with things. Like, he's still working this time. He needs to get that fish connected. Dude, build a workboat. Well, I guess he has to finish fishing tech first. Okay. So yeah, Augustus has a lot of territory. All right, and Churchill has picked up Napoleon's religion. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad, honestly. It's just something that happened. Churchill did finally get a 5th city, Canterbury, directly on the marble. He is the weakest by a good margin right now, but that does not mean he will be the first one to go. It depends on how the wars shake out. Augustus is doing pretty well, aside from his economy being terrible. Let's see. And with this Barb city, you would think would be captured sometime soon, but no significant attackers here. I guess Huayna has a chariot and a Quechua. It'd be pretty hilarious if he was the one to take it. Oh, actually, he might be the one to get it, because he will be the first one to attack, and he does have a Quechua here. If he promotes it cover, which he can, he would be the one to get this. Let's see. Someone's going to get this. And of course it goes to Inca. Of course. Of course it goes to Inca. That's actually going to hurt his tech costs in the immediate future. But once he builds the terrace, it'll have a food resource and be a pretty decent city. So Huayna gets a colony over here. Washington has been expanding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 8 cities now. It's a lot of cities. They're very low quality cities for the most part. But he does have a fair number of them. So, interesting. Also, Augustus is continuing to ignore ironworking, which is the tech that would help him out a lot. All right, so we are seeing some of the Barb cities disappear off of the map right now. Like this city's down to just 1 unit remaining. So Augustus can probably take this and destroy his economy that much further in the process. Also, Huayna now an organized religion, so expect to see missionaries coming out from... expect to see the missionary spam. And he'll start trying to convert other AIs in earnest. He is the first one to get into organized religion and be able to build missionaries outside of monasteries, obviously. So Rome does pick up another city. I mean, Rome's got a lot of territory. It's just those costs are really bad. He did pick up some gold from taking the city. So he was able to increase his research rate temporarily. See how he grabbed some gold from capturing the Barb city. So he'll be able to research a little bit faster. Overall, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities for Augustus, 8 cities for Washington, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities for Huayna, who also planted this city. Unfortunately, missing the silver, which is a shame for him. But it does give him another source of marble and another source of horses. Did he have horses before? No, so I guess he founded this just to get the horses. Oh, he already had it in his borders from Tiwanaku, because Tiwanaku is about to hit 500 culture. He might be able to steal away this corn from New York, which would be a shame for New York. All right, yeah, Huayna is so far ahead of the rest of the field right now. And he should be able to start converting more people to his cause with missionaries. So, like, if you have Boudicca second, right now what you want to see is Huayna spread Hinduism to Boudicca, because that would make them a pretty formidable tag team. If he gets a religious ally on the southern side of the map. Has he managed to connect? No, he still hasn't built a workboat here. Like, why would you build a chariot here? It makes no sense. He is building a workboat at Vilcus, so I guess the plan is to send that down there. Anyway, I shouldn't try to understand the AI. Open borders. Who has open borders with whom? Good question. So right now, Huayna has open borders with Napoleon, Churchill, interesting, and Augustus Caesar. He does not have them with Boudicca thus far, or Washington. Kind of interesting. The seahorse chariot. Yeah, he wants to send it out to sea, or something like that. This is something I also have talked about in past years, but like when the AIs have enough happiness, they can just grow their cities so much larger. Like, look at Tiwanaku, right? Happiness cap here is 12, and he can just grow onto these cottages and just have a beastly city. Like, look at Rome. Antium, the happiness cap is 5. It makes a huge difference when an AI can grow their cities to larger sizes. Look at the sizes: 6, 3, 6, 5, 3, 5. Nothing over size 6. If you compare it to the core in the Incas, 8, 9, 8, 8. Like, the cities are just so much larger because of that higher happiness cap. And again, that's the benefit of having the gold tile, having a religion, having ivory, having the cheap forges, which has not been built here yet, but will. You get the idea. It just makes such a huge difference. Okay, so Alex thinks, is Boudicca plotting war? She's got a big stack in that city next to Inca and France. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So this is a decent chance she is probably plotting war with someone here. Who does she dislike? I would expect she is plotting war. She's pleased with Huayna, so she's not going to attack Huayna. She's pleased with him. Everyone else she's cautious with, so she could attack any of them. Does she have a worst enemy? Nope, not really. So she could really go after anybody at this point. Augustus has a pretty decent stack there as well. But yeah, she has enough units there that she is probably plotting war against someone. Oh, Huayna also now going for ironworking. And wow, he's spreading Islam. Is this like the super diabolical plot? Spread Islam to Augustus, get Augustus to convert, and then have everyone hate Augustus afterwards? I think that he just did, yeah. Wow, okay. I think that she just did that. He literally just spread his religion to Augustus, his minority religion to Augustus, got Augustus to convert, and now everybody hates Augustus. Now Augustus is his worst enemy. Wow. This is some Machiavellian stuff here. Anyway, you guys did request to see if... oh, geez. How can I see if she's plotting war? I know there's a way to do this before... I don't know. I can't tell how to... She doesn't have... I don't know how to ask her if she's plotting war. Diplo screen? Okay. Is that the way to do it? Control click on name. Okay, thank you guys. Control click on name. There we go. Nope, apparently not plotting war at the moment. We have nothing to gain. Okay, thank you for that, guys. So we are at a point. Oh, okay. So we already had the first war start, by the way. It happened in between turns. So there we go. Napoleon declares on Washington. Makes sense. All right. Let's see this happen. Come on, Napoleon. Roll over Washington. I've got Washington first to die. Let's see it happen. Now, if you can get Huayna Capac to join you in that war, unlikely because they've got the shared religion, but come on, Napoleon. I think Washington's strong enough that this attack's going absolutely nowhere. But hey, he is researching mathematics, so maybe. If he can get to construction tech. He is going construction, so I mean, it's going to take him forever to get there. But that's where he's headed eventually. Who could have foreseen Napoleon attacking, everybody? Pretty much. Yeah, if he buys in Huayna Capac, then that would be the way to go. This city is 100% not falling. This is absolute suicide to make this attack. It's on a hill with walls. And there's more defenders than there are attackers. So, like, I don't even know how to put in words how bad of an idea that is. Everybody's really close in terms of power, by the way. Not so close in terms of GMP. Holy cow! Huayna is running away with this game. Jeez. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah. This dude's doing well. Gold Rush is real. Yeah, I mean... He's just going to have his choice of what victory condition he wants in this one. Anyway. So yes, Napoleon is one of the more likely leaders to suicide units. So he just threw away a bunch of units right now. Huayna also just finished his shrine. So he just picks that up. 11 cities thus far have been converted. Does Huayna Capac now have you attacked our friends of faith towards Napoleon? Good question. Nope, just we're upset you've fallen under the sway of a heathen religion. He doesn't like Churchill and Augustus. Augustus is probably his most likely target because Churchill's further away. He is only cautious with Huayna Capac, Huayna Capac is only cautious towards Washington, so could be bought into that war. It's not impossible, but I would say that is a somewhat unlikely outcome at this point. Okay, this city is probably not a wise choice. I guess it's been there for a little while. I didn't realize it. Doesn't even control its own first ring, though. Open borders? Okay, yes. Now, Seattle does not have walls, so an attack here could work. And Boudicca has just picked up Napoleon's religion. Okay. Some danger for Huayna Capac here because Christianity has been much more spread. It means Churchill is less likely to be first to die. One of the things this does mean, though, is Boudicca is more likely to attack Washington because of the under the sway of a foreign religion. So she picked up Napoleon's religion. Remember, Boudicca will not declare war at pleased, so that will limit where she can go somewhat. So far, Napoleon has been launching these attacks, and they have not been working at all. They've gone very poorly. This city is pretty vulnerable. It is entirely possible this could rebound against Napoleon. Oh, Huayna Capac going after the Barb City. Yep. Hunting down another Barb city. Churchill, he is up to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's up to 6 cities, so he's slowly catching up to the rest of the field in city count. And he just adopted hereditary rule, which is good because he needs more happiness. AI always needs more happiness. Still, he's pretty. Oh, he's on pace to get his own religion. Well, that would be not good for him. Ironworking still is finally being researched by Augustus, but is still a long way away from finishing. He is struggling with happiness quite badly. This city looks like it's going to be captured by Huayna as well. There's down to just 1 archer, and there's... Oh, okay. Well, that was unexpected. Boudicca has probably been bought into the war by... by Washington. Okay, well, they are religious allies, so I did not expect that to happen. But I guess she was plotting war before the religion broke out. Oh, no, never mind. This is her own war. This is the stack right here. So Napoleon is in a lot of trouble now. This is definitely not what he needed to see. He does not have... oh, he's going to... will he finish the walls in time? I don't think so, because Boudicca moves before him in turn order. So I think he probably loses this city. If he had the walls done, I think he would hold it, but I don't think they're going to finish in time. Nope. And Boudicca didn't even lose that much in terms of units. Well, that's not good for my number 2 runner-up pick. That's not good at all. Those of you who have Boudicca, it's great for her, though. Definitely makes her more likely. Wow, Huayna apparently had horrendous luck against this last archer. He had both units that attack die. Really bad luck. So that city holds out for the time being. Huayna does not get another city, although he continues to run away with the game otherwise. Come on, Huayna, attack Washington. I don't want Napoleon to be the first one eliminated. Now, Napoleon does build a ridiculous number of units, and he is going towards construction. So if he can get out of this war, or get it down to just 1 war instead of 2, then he might be able to turn the tables here. But yeah, he's in awful shape right now. The 2-front war is really bad. Hardly anyone had Napoleon first to die. Almost everyone had either Churchill or Washington. These were the 2 popular picks. One of those 2. Now, how about Boudicca? Is she going for construction? I believe she might. Yeah, she's also going for construction tech. Does Napoleon have elephants? Good question. Yes, he does. So when he gets construction, he will unlock elephant. Oh, no, he needs horseback riding as well for that. So he would need to research horseback riding, too, in order to unlock elephants, because they require horseback riding and ivory. Hi, John. Welcome. I'm sorry if you've missed the rest of the season. We are getting close to the end of the opening round at this point. All right, so there's Churchill founding his own religion. Where did it pop up? It had to have been in his territory, right? Because he just finished Code of Laws. Yeah, oh, there it is. I was looking at every other city. I didn't even spot this one down here on the border. Okay, so Churchill's Ice Empire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is up to 7 cities. They're low-quality cities, and a lot of them are brand new, but he is slowly creeping up. Like, he's getting closer to Augustus in score. Augustus has been stalled out for a long time. He is finally going to finish ironworking, though, and that'll allow him to connect his... Oh, he already has gems. Wait, how did he get the gems connected? Oh, this one apparently didn't have a... Okay. He had one in the 3rd ring that wasn't under jungle. Okay. So Augustus is still hanging in there. Let's see. Where is Napoleon being attacked right now? Boudicca, here's her main stack. All right. She does have some very highly promoted units. Going to be tricky, though, because all Napoleon cities have walls. Very hard for anyone to take cities right now until the walls come down with construction tech and catapults. Another Huayna city. His economy is apparently strong enough he can keep planting these. So this gets him silver. Actually, I guess the borders had already expanded. Wait, did Cuzco? Yeah, Cuzco hit 500 culture and grab the silver. So he'll connect that sooner or later. He already has the gems connected. Like, he's just running a freight train in terms of happiness. Look at it. He's got a happiness cap of 18 here. And now he's building the aqueduct to get the health cap up. He actually needs more health resources. But like he just finished calendar tech, so he's going to have all the calendar resources connected. Or no, he just finished currency. Now he's on calendar, so he'll be able to connect all the calendar resources as well. And it's just going to get even more ridiculous. So this Napoleon city looks like it's going to fall as well. Look at Washington. Big stack there. And this city does not have walls. So Napoleon, yeah, it's not going well for him. He managed to hold for a turn there, but I feel like it's just a matter of time. All right, as our overlord Huayna gets that much stronger. Oh, that was auto-raised. Oh, well, that's too bad. So we're on turn 100, so let's go ahead. We'll refresh the map. We will go ahead and change up the music to the classical period. Let's do that. What's a classical tech? I always try to figure out what's a good one to pick up. Not bronze working, because we're researching bronze working. Math is pretty well known at this point. Like bronze working is usually the obvious candidate. Anyway. I shouldn't have to think this hard over which classical era tech to get. I'll go for math then, just to get into the classical era. Yeah, so in terms of the bar graphs, it is so not close at all in terms of GMP. Production, those forges are making a difference. Food, pulling away because you can afford more cities. Power, actually has not pulled away in power, and Washington apparently got mauled there. Boudicca's power is spiking though. Culture, you get the idea. Wine is going to be an age ahead pretty soon. Just gave you, yeah, I understand. I mean, what's the so let's be clear. What's the bonus? It's a 3% for known civ. So here's what I can do, just to alleviate you guys' fears. I can assign myself a tech and then immediately take it away. The music stays, so I can just assign a tech and immediately get rid of it again. Find a copy for space on turn 200. I mean, it feels like it's in play at this point. So we should see the city get captured by Washington. Or no, apparently. Huh. Managed to hold, although with one chariot. Pretty bloody battle, but I do think Washington has enough. Unless Napoleon can cram some more units in there between turns. The issue is he's also dealing with Boudicca's forces too. These two front wars that we know the AI is not very good at dealing with. If you're curious about who else might join one of these wars, Augustus Caesar is annoyed with Huayna. He's annoyed with Augustus, yeah. That said, if Huayna were to go to war right now, he wouldn't be able to make much progress. He needs to get up to construction tech before he would be able to make any progress. So that city should be captured. Man, I am not good at predicting this. It continues to hold. I guess maybe Washington just didn't attack. Here's Napoleon's attack. He should just use this to reinforce, but these are attack for units. Huayna doing the Caesar strategy. Yeah, so far he is. And he's building like every wonder. He's now going for the mausoleum. He's got another settler with a workboat ready to grab it. Jeez, with a workboat on tow. He hasn't gotten this city yet, but he really should. All right, so that city did finally fall. So Napoleon's lost 2 cities already. He is about to fall behind Churchill in score, and that's not good. He desperately needs to get peace with one of these two. And Boudicca she just launched a big attack here. Has some damaged units that survived, it looks like. It's just the 2v1 is, the AI is not very good at handling it. We've seen it time and time again. Yeah, another Huayna city up here. So yeah, Washington. Hey, maybe that Washington for second place is going to work out, right? He could end up riding Huayna coattails on shared religion. It's not impossible. As Huayna built the mausoleum as well. It's like, great, now I'm going to get the faster golden ages too, as they continue to build. And look, he's about to finish construction. Boudicca and Napoleon have like, they're getting construction at the same point in time, but like Huayna has the entire classical age, whereas Boudicca has nothing. and Napoleon also has nothing. Like, they both have construction, but they're missing like everything else. I think that Napoleon needs to get peace real soon. Oh, so Boudicca just flipped into Huayna Capac's religion. That's really good for those of you who have Boudicca second place, because now she can be Huayna Capac's partner in partner in crime, basically. Actually, I think I missed that in the screenshot, so let me... I take a gazillion screenshots. I don't use very many of them when I write the report afterwards, but like they help me keep track of what was happening in the game at various points in time. So Augustus does have his iron connected. He doesn't have very many Praetorians, and honestly, we're already at the point where Praetorians are a little past their most powerful period. They're like their most powerful era. We're already a little bit past that. Yeah, Huayna Capac's already getting the catapults out, and he's connected his silver. So yeah, he's got all 3 metal resources connected, and he's got spices connected. What other calendar resources does he have? I'm sorry if I'm spending so much time on Huayna Capac, but just like he's the story of this game thus far. He's got sugar as well, so he should be able to connect this. He actually has first string tiles stolen away from poor Visigoth because his Machu Picchu is so strong culturally. Yeah, he actually has culture on the city center tile as well, although I don't think Visigoth's in any danger of flipping. All right, anyway. So yeah, Napoleon's hanging on here at Lyon, but it looks like it might be attacked by 2 different leaders soon. That's really where the action's going on at the moment. Okay, we will sign open borders. Churchill and Augustus have been pretty quiet in this game. Churchill's still on polytheism. Yep. Hey, he's might pass Napoleon in score ranking soon. I'm assuming that that was also Huayna Capac on the Judaism. Wait, where did it pop up? Yep. Okay. Great spot for a holy city. He might end up going for culture, considering how many religions he has, and he is going for the Apostolic Palace. I feel like it is just a matter of time until he gets involved in one of these wars and really puts the hammer down. He's about to have elephants with the horseback riding. I mean, it's almost like the rest of the game doesn't matter what's going on because the Incas are so far ahead of them. All right, so he did finally get that Barb City as well. Of course. Who else would have gotten it? Foiled earlier in the game, but does get that. I mean, how many cities does he even have at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cities. He's Tiwanaku is size 14, working floodplain financial cottages everywhere. It's just ridiculous how good he is. Yeah, he's almost doubled the next highest in score. And he's never been to war. Like, he hasn't captured any territory. This is all just off of peaceful building. Really crazy. For now, Napoleon seems to have stabilized. Oh, he just went into police state. Okay. Is he plotting war? Otherwise, that would be a really weird civic for him to go into. All right, well, there it is. Went into police state. We have enough on our hands already. Okay, somebody's about to get it. Probably Augustus, because he doesn't like Augustus very much. I mean, I guess it could be Napoleon as well. It could be anyone, technically. He will declare war at pleased. Yeah, and his colony on the East Coast, right. Yeah, forgot about this. Definitely needs a courthouse in here because of the maintenance. But, I mean, it's bringing in 15 beakers a turn, just working all the water tiles. And it looks like he's probably going to grab this tile back from Rems pretty soon, too. Yep, it's Huayna Capac's world. We're all just living in it. He really is that dominant. Anyway, now does Washington have construction tech? Well, he's about to finish it. Okay. Working on it. For someone who's apparently plotting war, he's not building that many units. Still winning the Apostolic Palace and Hagia Sophia. He is increasingly getting like a full era ahead of everyone else, though. So Napoleon has been defending pretty well after losing those initial 2 cities. Hasn't lost anything else. Lyon has been the big focus. His opponents need to bring catapults. They have not brought any catapults yet. Once they do, it'll probably be a different story. But thus far, he's been holding pretty well. Yes, 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 I know Augustus is the worst enemy. That's why I said Huayna Capac's most likely to attack Augustus. War elephant axes. All right, so that's pretty important. Huayna now controls the Apostolic Palace as well, and we'll get to do shenanigans with that. All right, let's city mode. So we got to put the AP religion in here so we can see what's going on. Big force in Machu Picchu. Is that where he's building? Okay, yeah, that's apparently where he's building things up. A lot of catapults in there. My Napoleon for second place pick is not looking very good right now. Washington for second is actually looking kind of decent. So Napoleon held another attack for the time being. Boudicca does have a lot of units here. Actually, Boudicca for second is looking really good. Because she just captured that city. Oh, apparently it got traded. Oh, she captured and then was recaptured. All right, so no surprise. Huayna Capac. Yeah, so that was captured and then recaptured back again. So Huayna Capac controls the Apostolic Palace. If you're curious about religion, yeah, we should see where the AP religion is. That's a good point. All right, so who has the AP religion in their cities? Obviously, everybody in the north does. That's where it's most spread. It is in Rome. It is in Boudicca's territory. There is one city that has it in England. No French cities have it, though. No French cities. Okay. Washington first to die is definitely not a good pick at the moment. Napoleon seems very likely to be first to die. I mean, he's below Churchill in score now. He only has 4 cities left. All right, yeah. I thought that the game set up really nicely for him, but the fact that Boudicca joined the war against Napoleon instead of against Washington, which would have been a more likely result, has flipped this one on its head, and it means Rome is pretty much done. So did these two just go to war? Oh, so it's Augustus who started it, not Huayna Capac. Okay, well that does not feel like a wise move on the part of Augustus. Huayna Capac cannot call a crusade against him, but he can just lay the smack down with his much higher power and much higher productive capacity. I mean, this city doesn't even control its own first-ring tiles, so it's going to be really hard to hold this city for Augustus. Yeah, good night, Augustus. Could be wrong, but I think we're going to see France go first, and then followed by, and then that followed by Rome. And then Churchill's probably next after that. Because Churchill's practicing a religion that no one else is practicing. Or, yeah, well, never mind, he's got Christianity, which I guess Napoleon practices, but do you really want to be Napoleon's good friend in this game? That's a lot of catapults. The actual attackers are fairly weak, but with that many catapults, it doesn't really matter, does it? And remember, Visigoth does not control its first-string tiles, so yeah, that many catapults should be able to take down the defenses pretty fast. Boudicca has now started a siege here at Orleans. And Washington's got a siege gun. No, he doesn't have a siege gun. He has no catapults there. If Churchill was smart, he should attack Augustus. Agreed. That would be the smartest play on his part right now. I don't think he'll do that, though. He does make himself harder to kill. So Visigoth captured. Should have no trouble holding this city culturally, given that Incan culture is already dominant there. And whereas Napoleon's territory is like being split between 2 people, there's a decent chance that all of the territory on the part of Augustus Caesar goes over to Huayna Capac. Now there is a danger here for Boudicca. If she takes Orleans, then it's the Christian holy city. There's a decent chance she flips into Christianity at that point. That would be very bad for her to be on the wrong side of Huayna Capac's religion. But like, there's a decent chance she'll do that. That would hurt her long-term odds in this game. So yeah, Huayna Capac is ascendant. Napoleon is weak and potentially on his way out. Churchill doing his Sitting Bull impression. I mean, yeah, that's just the protective trait in action there. It's just a bad trait. Like it doesn't. Yeah, it just makes it slightly harder for you to be conquered, but it doesn't really do anything to help you win. Oh, stop the war against Boudicca. Interesting. That would be great for Napoleon if he gets this to go through. Because Boudicca's about to capture Orleans. I wonder if it will go through before or after this attack. Because this city is 100% about to fall. Geez, Huayna. 2 more wonders. Are you just going to build every single wonder in the game? Don't answer that, because the answer is yes. Let's look at what... All right, so early on we have some other stuff. But like Stonehenge Great Wall. How many non-Incan wonders? So 2 non-Incan wonders. And 3 the Great Lighthouse. 4 Chichen Itza. How many wonders does Inca have? 1, 2, 3, 4, counting shrines. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think it's like 4 wonders for everyone else combined, 10 for the Incas, and with them having the tech lead, they're probably going to get everything. So yeah, let's see what happens here. We could have a situation, yeah, where the city gets captured and then the war stops. So that does succeed. Strangely, Napoleon voted no. Okay, don't understand what's up with that. Now, does that force Washington into peace as well? And the Statue of Zeus. Okay. And the Great Library. Jesus, man! And the Great Library. It's like, dude. Alright, so Napoleon gets peace with Boudicca. I don't think that stopped the war with Washington, though. Does not look like it did. Ironically, good news for Washington. Puts him in position to capture more of these cities. And again, we'll have to wait and see if Boudicca flips over to Christianity now that she controls the Holy City here at Orleans. All right, meanwhile, Huayna Capac's Doomstack marches on. Now that he's cleared out some of those wonders, he can go back to building whatever the heck he wants in his cities. Yeah, I don't think Neapolis is going to have much of a chance to hold against this. I really don't see any chance for Augustus to hold against this attack. He doesn't have very much in this city, does he? Oh, and now he's got the shrine for his second city, which already has 18, already spread around to 18 cities. His minority religion already has... Oh, man. This dude, he is just off on a tear in this game. 80% research, 274. Boudicca's at 100. Augustus is still at 57. 69, 54. I mean, Boudicca's second best, and she's at 100 beakers per turn. He's at almost triple that. That's just crazy. Does Boudicca hate Churchill now? Good question. Boudicca likes Huayna Capac. She is pleased towards him, pleased towards Washington, and she's annoyed towards Augustus and Napoleon. Cautious towards Churchill, to answer your question. Churchill's cautious with everyone except Napoleon, who apparently he loves. Oh boy. All right, over here, I think that this city is likely to be captured. Maybe the elephants can hold it, but yeah, I don't think so. The Americans on the march, unexpectedly. Is this city going to fall? No, Napoleon reinforced it. Okay, so it's holding out for the time being. Yeah, it looks like he held that attack. All right, I'm sure that Confucianism was another Huayna Capac religion. Yes. Found it in the middle of the map in the city he just captured. Meanwhile, Neapolis is under siege. There's a lot of units here. How many? About 25, roughly. And there's like 8 or 9 defenders. That's pretty one-sided, and the catapults are taking out the defenses. Augustus is researching monotheism, so that'll help for sure. Yeah, this city's toast. Yep, there it goes. And he keeps wanting me. All right, yes, you both want me to cancel deals with the other. I get it. All right, so another city. How many Roman? Maybe Augustus will end up. Maybe Augustus would be first to go. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He only has 6 cities left at this point. There's our annual every single turn Huayna finishes a wonder notice. as he completes Angkor Wat. He does seem to get a wonder almost every turn. He's industrious, and he also has marble. Now, if he can just get a source of stone, he can build everything under the sun in no time at all. Oh, now he's working on Sistine, which will open up the possibility for a religious victory. Geez, look at his production here. Not a great capital for commerce, but with all those hill mines, he's 31 base production per turn, plus 25% from the forge, plus 100% for marble, plus 50% for industrious, plus 25% organized religion. I mean, he's just flying through these wonders here. He's a long way from cultural, but he's off to a good start. Like he's done the kind of things you would want to see early in the game. I mean, he's gonna have his pick on what victory he wants, honestly. He'll be able to go for whatever he feels like. I mean, you started the war, Augustus. I don't feel sorry for you. There's only 3 French cities remaining. But for the moment, Washington appears to have pulled back. Part of the issue for Washington is Incan culture is so dominant, it's stealing a lot of tiles. Like, look at poor New York. It can't even hold this corn tile in the second ring because Tiwanaku's culture is just absurd. 52 per turn. You could actually toss down a city on this tile. Like right here, you could toss down another Incan city. It's 3 tiles away from both of the other cities. That would be pretty funny. Start working that corn tile. I don't know if Huayna would do that, but he could do it if he wanted to. All right, anyway, back to the wars. Sistine is really good for the AI in terms of getting cultural victories because the AI runs lots of specialists. All right, so Rems was able to hold that previous attack. Oh, stop the war against Washington. Abstain. So, strangely, apparently Huayna wants to stop these wars from taking place because he's been shutting down these wars, even though he's actually been hurting his allies in the process. Because I think that this attack would almost certainly succeed if he doesn't stop the war. But he did just stop that war too. So another Apostolic Palace resolution. Huayna's like, no, I'm the only one who gets to conquer territory. So Napoleon gets to survive for the time being, thanks to another AP resolution. Now, he's not going to stop his own war. That's going to continue. Can we have a look at the Incan colony? Yeah, it did manage to grab the dry corn away. It's doing quite well. He just needs to get a courthouse in here because the maintenance is absurd. 16 per turn. He's got a lot of infrastructure in there. Dude, get a courthouse. Like, it's producing how much commerce? 32 commerce per turn already. Jeez. Financial, pretty good trade when unmodified in Civ4. Already has maces out on the field. Building a cathedral here. Pretty crazy. So the only city that's only war that's currently ongoing is the Huayna against Augustus war. And he's currently sieging down this city with 1 catapult. Okay, well, that didn't take very long. So Boudicca returns to war. She wants to finish what she started. We'll see if Huayna tries to shut that down again. Napoleon's just been completely battered at this point. He's been in so many wars. He's had no chance to recover his forces. Poor guy. Yeah, so this stack will definitely take whatever city it attacks. I think this city would actually be auto-raised. I don't think it's ever hit size 2. We'll see where... Okay, I think she is going for Avignon. But yeah, Napoleon is likely to be first eliminated in this one. There's the Sistine Chapel. Right on to Sancourt, apparently. He really is close to doubling the score of the next closest person, which is apparently Washington in this game. Washington really might be able to ride his coattails to a second-place finish. It's in play. What Washington needs is for Boudicca to switch over to Christianity. That would be the single best thing for Washington. All right, so as predicted, that city was auto-raised, and Tours is probably the next target. Meanwhile, this siege of Kumai is ongoing. Defenses are almost down. This is the way the AI conquers. It's very methodical. It's not fast. It's just like a little bit at a time. Once the walls are down, all the defenders should be killed. I'm surprised Twine is attacking with so many horse archers. He doesn't really need to do that. He could get some swords. Honestly, he can get maces now. Or war elephants or whatever. Like, I see maces running around back here. That would be a better choice. All right, so yeah, this force is moving back next to Tor again. Defenses are now down in the city. This stack was hit with a catapult from Rome, but there's a medic longbow that healed it back up. And now they'll send in the siege units. And remember, half the defenders, almost all the defenders here do not get defensive bonuses. Horse archers and catapults, those will die pretty easily. So Cumae should be captured either this turn or next turn, you would think. Oh, no, never mind. Killed a lot of defenders, but did not kill enough to get the city, apparently. But the maces are starting to trickle in now. He doesn't even need to use his best units, perhaps. Eventually he'll run out of wonders to build, though, and get his cities to... Yeah, he's already on engineering, so he's now Notre Dame, trebuchets, really, really far ahead. So this city, Tor, should be captured. Another Christian city, though. Keep that in mind. And now there's only 2 French cities left. Honestly, for me at this point, it's good if Napoleon's first to go, because hardly anyone had Napoleon first to go. And if I'm going to be wrong, it's better if everyone else is wrong. God darn it. Anyway. So that siege at Cumae is continuing for the moment. Aquinas healing up his units. I did think he'd be able to take that city. He did run into some trouble. Now, he did kill a fair number of Roman units. Also, Churchill's power is going up. I wonder if he's plotting war. He's like quietly made it into the middle of the pack based on the weakness of some of the others. Who would he attack? Not Napoleon, but anyone else would be in play. Attacked over the river, yeah. You're right. So that's probably part of the reason why that attack failed, is it did go over the river. There's a 25% penalty when attacking across the river. If he had attacked from here, he probably would have taken that city. That's a good point. All right, so while that's ongoing, let's see. We've got, yeah, the Celtic stack is marching north. By the way, the red color on Boudicca looks really nice. Now he finished another shrine. That's his 3rd shrine. Where's his Confucian shrine? There it is. So that one he's only spread to 7 cities. Oh no, wait. This was the former. Oh, this was the former Barb city. Yeah, where his religion just popped up in here. Former Barb city that he captured from Augustus, but the religion was founded by Quinnipiac. Okay, that attack looked like it did not succeed. Yeah, it actually just got wiped out. So Augustus stabilizing for the time being. He managed to wipe that out. Oh, okay. Well, Churchill doing what you guys said he should do. Attack Augustus. Remember, you guys said in chat he should do that, and I agreed. Oop. So Quinnipiac suffers a temporary setback, but Churchill is there on the case with a bunch of catapults, apparently. How much gold does Quinnipiac get from his main shrine? He is getting 33 gold per turn from his main shrine. He's also working some really dumb tiles in this city, but that AP bonus is helping him for sure. He doesn't even need the Notre Dame happiness, but he's going to have it anyway. Meanwhile, Boudicca is overrunning Napoleon down here. She's like, how dare you plant a holy city and steal tiles away from me? Like, look at what he's getting in terms of religion from the 2 beakers, 2 production, 2 beakers, 7 culture. Like, these are some juiced up monasteries. It's just a matter of time until he gets, he completes the set with the spiral minaret, if he hasn't already built that, which he might have. I don't think he's built it. No. He can complete the set with spiral minaret soon. Also, I think all of the top 5 cities are Incan. Incan. No, English. 1 English city. The 2 wonders. So Churchill's going to try his luck at this city now, at Cumae. He got the defenses down, at least. The evil Romans. Yeah, I don't think this city's in any danger from that stack. Meanwhile, Paris is under siege. And there's a good chance this capital is going to be... Yeah, the defenses are down now. No river this time, yeah. So I think Paris is going to get captured here. I don't see a stop the war resolution on the horizon. Churchill might get this city as well, but I want to see the capital first. I think that's more important. He's on banking. That's insane. All right, so Paris was indeed captured. Napoleon's down to 1 city remaining. Good news for Boudicca. Oh, and look at this. That was taken by Churchill, surprisingly. Completes Notre Dame, gets the Mausoleum Golden Age. So big turn 150. A lot going on. It's a good time to reveal tiles, and we can also switch up the music to the medieval period. So watch, I will assign music and then remove music. That didn't, yeah, there we go. Did not trigger the music great art. I was like, oh crap, did I just give myself the free great artist? But no, apparently that did not trigger the music great artist on first to discover. All right, so hey, Huayna Capac, you didn't get one of the cities. You better get a move on, man. What you doing? I guess with all those trebuchets now, he's in better shape. Note that he can't walk this way already. He has to walk around because the peaks block access that way. Can we see how absurd his research is? Absolutely. 417. Interesting that he's running, he's only running 60% research right now. 114. So he's got 4 times Boudicca. More than that on these others. Napoleon, 9 beakers per turn. Oh, man. His GMP is going to go through the roof, obviously, with the Golden Age. So he just defended against yeah, he just slaughtered that attempted attack from Augustus Caesar. He will have to heal his units for a turn, but yeah, that did not go well. And meanwhile, over here, there's just 1 city left. The city that would have been captured by Washington, except that we had to vote through the peace treaty. Huayna may have already gotten the free great artist. Yeah, power, Huayna's not that dominant. The issue is more GNP, where, yeah, he's so far ahead. He is going to hit the rifling units like 50 to 70 turns before anyone else. That's where he's really going to get the military edge. He's not even that far away from those units. Like, look, he's about to enter the Renaissance. The only thing he's missing is optics. And then he's into the Renaissance era, and he's 3 turns away from rifling. Oh, I guess he needs gunpowder as well. So, but he's not far away. Whereas, like, look, Boudicca is one of the other leaders in tech in this game. She's missing the entire medieval period. I guess she's got feudalism, and that's it. Like, that is the only medieval tech she has is feudalism. Huayna Capac has every medieval tech except optics, and he also has banking, paper. I mean, it's insane. He is so far ahead. But that's where he's really going to pull ahead in power. And everyone else is medieval units, and he's got gunpowder units. That's when he can just start stomping people left and right. Of course, the question is, will he want to attack anyone after this? Sure looks like he doesn't like Churchill very much. It's not much on Napoleon, although that doesn't matter. He won't attack Boudicca. They're friends. Again, the big thing is if Boudicca goes to Christianity, which she might, because she's going to have the Holy City, or she already does have the Holy City. If Boudicca stays in Hinduism, though, she probably finishes the game in second. That's him founding the last religion, and he's going to go for the spiral minaret to complete his religious wonder set. But yeah, if Boudicca stays in Hinduism, she's probably the favorite to finish in second. I know Washington's higher in score now, but Boudicca's picked up a lot of territory from this war. So it looks like we're about to see our first elimination right here. Yep, there it is. Oh, farewell to my runner-up pick. I've not been doing too well in the runner-up picks this season. But fortunately for me, everybody else also flopped that pick. Oh, what the? Churchill had a city captured by the Roman... Oh, the Romans retook that city that was taken earlier. This city was apparently recaptured. Whoops, well, another city for Huayna Capac maybe to take. Actually, Churchill's probably going to get it back. All right, well, let's write down in our spreadsheet. First to be eliminated is Napoleon. Not a lot of people had that. 45. So that's 9 people out of 175. So like 9 out of 175. That's under. That's like 5% roughly. So not a lot of people had that, to say the least. All right, Napoleon, you've never made it out of the opening round. You, again, will not make it out of the opening round. Sucks to be you, buddy. You didn't even get your standard kill in this game. So we were on turn 159. 7, turn 159. And Boudicca picks up a kill. Where is she? Good for her. All right. Now we're down to 5. Yeah, I honestly thought when Napoleon declared war on Washington, I was like, yes, here we go. Let's do this. First eliminated Washington, but Huayna never joined that war. And when Boudicca entered it, that was the big thing that swung it. I mean, it was a smart play for Boudicca, right? Look how much territory she picked up. She's picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. I mean, she only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She only had 6 cities or 7, so she almost doubled her territory. Really smart for her. Washington picked up 1 city, and that's it. He only picked up 1 city. So yeah, much bigger gains on the part of Boudicca. She will pass Washington once the cities come out of resistance and they have a chance to grow. Again, keep an eye on whether she switches over to Christianity for her religion. That's going to be one of the big signs on how this plays out diplomatically long term. There is a huge bias towards Huayna and Boudicca being allies because they have identical peace weight. They're both peace weight of 2. So there's a big tilt towards the 2 of them being friends. But if they have different religions, that will pull them in the opposite direction. I wanted to see his super monastery. Yeah, see where his super monastery is right now. So not only does he have the 35 cities with his main religion present, plus the shrine, look at the monastery. +2 production, apostolic palace, +2 gold from the spiral minaret, +2 beakers from Sankor, and then the +7 culture. Then he gets the +5 culture from apostolic palace. Like his religious buildings are super juiced up at the moment. Ridiculously strong. Incan Knight. Has he built any knights yet? I know he has guilds. Has he actually built any knights, though? I have to see it. I have to spot one. I'll try to keep an eye out for it. I see he's building one in that city right there. But yeah, I mean, he's also about to finish liberalism, and he's building his universities. And he just finished Versailles. It's pretty crazy. In Rome, okay. Like I said, we'll keep an eye out. He actually has trebuchets before Augustus Caesar has been able to get to engineering for castle walls. Like typically, the trebuchets don't have that big of an impact because castles show up at the same time. Mycenaean capture. Oh wow, I didn't even see that. So Churchill, 2 cities out of this war, not bad. So far, Huayna's only gotten 2 cities as well. It's right there. I thought this was the horse archer. I guess you're right. I guess it's a knight. I literally thought that was the horse archer graphic for Inca. So it's basically like a jaguar or an eagle warrior on a horse, which is incredibly ahistorical because there were no horses in America before Europeans brought them there. But I guess that this is like the fantasy if there had been knights in Mesoamerica, or if there had been horses and iron. There was also no iron in Mesoamerica either. Like the Inca and the Aztecs didn't have iron. But yeah, as far as fantasy units go, that's... What was that sound? That's what it looks like. Oh, what did he pick? Good question. Let's see. Probably nationalism? Yep. He went for nationalism, the standard grab. So now he'll build Taj Mahal, and yeah, in 8 turns, and he'll get the extended Mausoleum Golden Age from that. So really running away with this one at this point. He's definitely going to get this city. Rome's been losing a lot of units to the 2-front war. And now that there's knights, like the knights are also quite good at punching through. Trebuchet should get some collateral damage, and from there it should be pretty simple cleanup for the rest of the units. Now he's on Constitution. Like, he's just burning through the tech tree so freaking fast. He seriously could finish by spaceship on like turn 250. I'm not even exaggerating. He just went free religion, so he did lose his religious shared benefits. He did lose his shared religious benefits with some of the other civs. So he is down to just pleased towards Boudicca. Now he's pleased towards Churchill because there's no religious drag. He's only cautious towards Washington now. The thing that was pulling him and Washington together was the shared religion. Going free religion does remove that. So, hey, he could attack any of these other people. How do other people feel about Huayna? Cautious and pleased on the others. Oh, Boudicca just attacked Churchill. Okay, I missed that one. I guess I should have expected her to do something. All right, well, here she goes again. Get that war declaration. I wonder if she picked up a malice with Huayna Capac for that. You declared on our friend. Nope, did not pick up a you declared on our friend from that. Season 2 rematch, yeah. Go AP go. I don't think the Apostolic Palace can intervene. Oh wait, who's the only one who doesn't have the AP religion? Does anyone? I think everyone has the AP religion. Yeah, so no crusades can be called. Boy, he has spread Hinduism to pretty much everywhere in the world at this point. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I mean, right now I would say the Huayna plus Boudicca pairing is the most likely outcome, which is also what more people had than anything else. I tried to be maybe too clever with my Napoleon pick. Oh, wow. Only one without AP religion was Napoleon. Yes, that's correct. Meanwhile, Boudicca's already captured one city here, York. Yeah, she's in control of the southern part of the map. I'm still hoping for Huayna Capac turns on Boudicca after this, and then Washington is the second place AI, just because I think that would be awesome. But more likely it's going to be Huayna Capac. Oh wow, Washington's his opponent in the AP. Huayna's more than enough votes to take that. But yeah, I should check the power bar graphs right now. It's been a little while since we looked at them. Yeah, Boudicca's actually first in power, so it's pretty close between these three. Augustus is in the process of dying. Churchill's not that far behind, but he's now in the two-front war. Look at the food bar graph. That's ridiculous. Production, not as crazy, but Huayna's about to get another golden age again. Culture running away with this. I mean, he's researching corporation. Churchill's on calendar. Boudicca's like the other tech leader. She's on civil service. It's ridiculous. Eventually, Huayna Capac's going to research rifling, and then, wait, Huayna Capac didn't have enough to. Oh, interesting. He didn't have enough to control the AP. No one was the leader. Washington was actually the. Wait, Washington actually controls it. What the heck? Because Boudicca voted for Washington. What? What the heck? I did not expect that to happen. All right, so Washington... Oh, he's in free religion. That's it. He's in free religion. Gotcha. Okay. Still bizarre. All right, so I guess Washington's going to get to control it. Interesting. We'll see what he decides to do. This force of elephants is like methodically marching on the last remaining cities. Where's Boudicca going next? She looks like she's probably up here to Kumai, because it's like doesn't control its own first string tiles. No, actually, never mind. She's not going there. Her main stack is here. All right, so he just finished Taj Mahal, got another golden age. Even more disgusting. Churchill flipping religion, or no, not religion, civics. Well, that didn't take very long now, did it? Ravenna just dying instantly. So I hope you like that yellow color on the mini-map, because we're probably going to see a lot of it. This city's actually holding for the time being, but the problem is that's not where Boudicca's main stack is. It's down here. She's got about 30-ish units in this stack, and London has like 10 defenders, so I'm not sure why you would go to London before York. York would seem like the more logical target, but this is the AI operating. This was, that war declaration was helpful for Boudicca because it did mean that he cleaned up all the rest of Rome instead of splitting some of it with, some of it with Churchill. Bad memories of his purple color last season. Yeah, we gave him purple in last season's game because we had multiple civs with the yellow color. And apparently he's taking it out on the purple civ in this game. All right, still wandering in circles up here, apparently. We're just healing up. Rome is likely the next target. Poor Augustus, not his game. Oh, he's on replaceable parts. Wait, is he going rifling now? Abandon your heathenish ways and join Hinduism. Your people's survival depends on it. Is he going rifling right now? Yes, oh, geez, he's going rifling. All right. So he's going to have rifling in 5 turns. All right. Meanwhile, Boudicca's settling in for a siege here, but I believe that there's a castle. No, not a castle, just Chichen Itza. Churchill is researching engineering, though, so that Chichen plus walls plus castle will make it so he will have a lot of defenses. Okay, so we're about to see rifling show up. Anyway, hi guys, welcome. I'm Maniac Mansa. This was not a good game for Paris, I'm afraid, Maniac Mansa. Didn't work that well. Stop the war against Boudicca. And this is Washington apparently voting for this. This would save Churchill, who is very much on his way out if this doesn't go through. I guess there's not as many siege units. All right, so stop the fighting amongst our brothers in faith succeeds. That will save Churchill. Churchill voted no. Boudicca voted yes. Okay. Churchill's like, no, I want you to kill me. Please keep attacking until I'm dead. And Boudicca's like, all right, fine. I won't kill you. I won't take your cities. Makes no sense at all. All right, so Churchill survives for the time being. Boudicca continues to just sit at double the score of anyone else. He's like very consistently been double the score of the next highest AI for a long time now. So now that he's got rifles, his power is just going to leapfrog everybody else very quickly. I guess he'll have to upgrade. He's probably going to run a lower science percentage. Nope, never mind. He's 2,000 gold in the bank. Where did that come from? Anyway. So the beat goes on. He's just about to finish chemistry, too. He's going to win by spaceship, I think, because he's just going to finish the tech tree so freaking fast that he won't have a chance to win by something else. Although I think he could easily win by domination or culture, honestly. It's really whatever he wants. Economics, great merchant, possibly. Anyway, so this is pretty much it for Rome. We'll just accelerate through these turns as we watch. Oh, God, he's got calves already? When did he get up to military tradition? Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Loot gold. Oh, yeah, he also has loot gold from capturing cities. Yeah, 100% science and only losing... What was it? Only losing 9 gold per turn at 100% science with the largest empire in the game. Oh yeah, that's right. Churchill is technically still at war with Augustus Caesar. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a lot of cabs. Yeah, so this is maces and a trireme against a stack full of cavalry. Jeez. All right, so he deservedly gets the kill credit for that one. Both of the leaders who got eliminated were the ones who started their own wars that destroyed them. All right, so bye-bye to Rome. That didn't take very long. Okay, let's see. So Augustus did not make it to the end of this one. Keep it going, why not? I have you to win by domination, so keep it going. Turn 186. It's like no one can stop you. Keep going, conquer the world. And Wynakopek does pick up a kill. He's really put on a clinic in this game. Just an absolute destruction of everyone else. All right. Broadcasts look good. Yes. Okay. All right. So at this point, we should probably see how he feels about everyone else in the game. So he's pleased with Boudicca, pleased with Churchill, mostly because of the mutual military struggle, which will fade over time. Cautious towards Washington. Boudicca hates Churchill. Churchill hates Boudicca. Washington's cautious with everyone except Boudicca, who apparently he's in love with because of the shared religion. All right. Boudicca is in second. Yes, she is in good shape to finish second currently. Although Washington is fairly close. The problem is Washington is in a dicier situation diplomatically because he's high peace weight, and Wynakopek and Boudicca are both low peace weight. So Boudicca is in much better shape in that regard. Anyway, so I think we'll just accelerate through some turns right now until the next war breaks out. This could end up being a very, very fast game, considering how quickly Wynakopek's flying through the tech tree right now. I would love to see him go after someone else. His power is off the charts now because he's got gunpowder. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you have rifling and no one else does. It's absurd. His GMP has been out of control the whole game. Production, he's out of golden age. Boudicca and Washington are both in a golden age right now, so we'll have to wait for them to get out of a golden age to get a fair comparison on beaker rate. So either she attacked Washington or they have open borders. I suspect they just have open borders. Yeah. Churchill did manage to get 2 cities out of that. He didn't actually lose any cities to... I don't think he lost any cities to Boudicca in that war. I think he got out of the war fast enough that he didn't lose any cities. He lost this city briefly, but then got it back. Midichlorian ratings off the scale. I like that. So he just went to uni suffrage and free speech. Gotta juice up those cottages. I don't know if that's the best choice for him. He's not going for culture right now, is he? No. He just has a ridiculous amount of culture. Like his cultural victory is already pretty low. Machu Picchu. Like his cultural victory is already down to 100 turns away, and like he's not running the culture slider or anything. He just has that much culture. So he's already got it down to like 100 turns. So there's a decent chance of him winning by that, whether he really wants to or not. Just stumbling his way into it. Because he's got so much culture right now. Boudicca won't declare... Well, Boudicca was cautious with Washington before, wasn't she? Oh, no, she was pleased. I'm sorry. I thought she was cautious with him. She's pleased. That's right. They've got the shared religion that's keeping them happy. Yeah, so, I mean, we're really just kind of waiting to see if Wynakopek wants to go to war with someone. If he does, he would surely swat away anyone else in this game pretty easily. If he doesn't, though, then he can go for space or he can go for culture. I mean, it's whatever he wants, really. I'm a little surprised that Churchill has managed to hang in. Churchill and Washington were the 2 favorites for first to die, and both of them are still alive and kicking right now. They've been hanging in there. All right, so she has returned to her war. Where is her stack? Oh, up here somewhere? Well, anyway. All right, so that's the one like really hot dislike right now is those 2, Boudicca and Churchill. She really can't stand him. All right, her big stack is right here. 67 units, okay. Like if this war is not stopped, she definitely will be able to win it. Good for you, Boudicca, yeah. If she wants that runner-up spot, that's the kind of thing she needs to keep doing. You declared war on our friend, though. Of course, they're still pleased. Has to be pretty, has to have a much bigger drag on relations than that, because they have identical peace weight, so they are likely to be on good terms, the two of them. Meanwhile, Washington is like quietly still hanging in there for now. All right, here's Churchill's stack. 25, yeah, 25 units is not as good as 67 units. As they fight with knights, Wynekopek's like, how do we make atomic weapons? Yeah, both of these sides are still all medieval. Boudicca's just keeping her stack in that city, though, for some reason. She seems to be struggling a little bit with pathfinding. No idea why. Like, she's got this huge stack, but they're just standing in this city. Anyway, so it's turn 200. This would be a good time to go ahead and look at where everyone is on the tech tree, just to see what they've got. So Boudicca is entering the Renaissance era, gone for gunpowder first. Still needs to clean up a little bit on the top side of the tree in the medieval period. I think Washington's a little bit ahead of her. Oh, Washington's a lot ahead of her. He's halfway through the Renaissance. Okay. He's all the way got democracy and going for corporation. He is doing the avoid rifling tech thing. So Washington is clearly second in tech right now. Churchill is further behind. He's still late medieval. Does have guilds for knights, but is not close to getting anything else. Maybe he could get gunpowder. That's about it. Wynekopek is extremely far ahead. He has finished the Renaissance. He is halfway through the industrial period. Steam power steel railroad is his current path. And then he'll go assembly line and unlock really the next generation of military techs. Yeah, he already has everything in the middle portion of the tree. Sure, this is not a bad time to switch up. We'll go into the Renaissance right now. So yeah, I'm curious when Boudicca is going to move her stack. Oh, there it is. Well, she moved it all at once. Stop the war against Boudicca. Wow, that's an annoying resolution. She did grab this city. Still very annoying resolution, though. Because it's probably going to succeed and save Churchill. Like, Churchill has not done anything to deserve being spared in these wars. Of course, she could defy the resolution, I suppose. Succeeds. I mean, she is voting in favor of stopping the war, to be fair. I have no idea why, but she is voting in favor of it. So we get another... And she can kill him city by city, yeah. One city at a time, and then back... and then back to stopping the AP again. I don't suppose he's plotting war by any means. Couldn't betray our close friend. Okay, so no. Does not appear to be plotting war. He's about to finish Statue of Liberty, though. She misclicked, yeah. Churchill is only surviving right now by virtue of the AP shutting down these wars. So Statue of Liberty just finished. Another very powerful wonder, especially with his number of cities. He really should be in representation. Like, he's getting 1,000 beakers per turn. Boudicca's 200, 194, 400. Yeah, he's more than double Washington, who's in second place. And we do have to start really watching the cultural victory aspect, because it is down to 90 turns. It would be pre-turn 300 at this point. Even if he does nothing, if he turned on the culture slider at all, he could win by like turn 250, I think. No idea if he'll go for that, though. Levies are really nice, too. Obviously, all that bonus production. Like, he just finished a levy here. Or no, he didn't. He's working on one in the capital. +1 production on all tiles adjacent to a river. Really nice, because he's got a lot of rivers in his territory. Like, yeah, look at all this production. You can just one turn a cav. I mean, okay, with the overflow. But, wait, why did calves only cost 50 cents? Oh, that's the AI's deity cost discounts. That's a huge discount. I think they normally cost like 120 production. One of the reasons why the AI has so many units always on deity. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, whether he decides to head after anybody. He certainly wouldn't have any trouble killing anyone else in the game right now. But yeah, we've got a peaceful game for the moment, which is unfortunate because it's more fun when there's more action going on. poor Apostolic Palace keeps shutting down our fun. No, I don't think... We just checked to see if Wynakopek was plotting. He wasn't a short time ago. I suppose he could have changed over. He is building a fair number of calves right now. Yeah, he's still saying we can't betray our close friend. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong entry. Looking at stop trading, not declare war one. All right, so it looks like he is thinking about it. Remember, he can declare war at pleased, so he really could be going at anyone, although Washington is the most likely target. I was looking at the wrong thing, yeah. Thank you. So it looks like he might be plotting war right now. I mean, we'll know if he does. I would like to see him continue conquering because I have domination for my victory type. We'll see. The AI sometimes does cancel their war plotting, though. And sometimes they don't cancel their war plotting because he just attacked Washington. And captured a city on the first turn of the war. Make that 2 cities on the first turn of the war. All right, well done. Now you need to keep going. You need to keep conquering more territory. Why not? I mean, he's so far ahead in tech, this is going to be a slaughter. Look at the power bar graphs. What's Washington supposed to do? Now, Washington is in the industrial age, or is in the Renaissance, but however, he has avoided rifling tech. He's belatedly going for it now, but he is still 13 turns away, and I mean, 13 turns is enough time for most of his empire to be dead by the time that finishes. It's just the calves against longbow matchup is so ridiculously one-sided. Where's his main doom stack anyway? How many are in this stack? This is not it. It doesn't seem to have one big stack here. It just has like 30-ish units. What's his domination? Good question. Oh, 43% already. So Washington's not going to give him enough land, but one more war certainly would be enough. Yeah, Washington's territory will not be enough. Oh, stop. Oh, but Washington controls the AP. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Washington controls the Apostolic Palace, so he can vote down this war. Yep. Lyman's right. Oh, it failed. Interesting. It failed by like 10 votes. Wow. So Washington voted yes, Boudicca voted yes, Churchill voted yes, but Wynakopek had enough to block it from going through. Wow. Just barely. If he had not captured those cities, if he had captured one fewer city, he would not have had enough votes. Wow. Just barely had enough votes. He has a veto block, indeed. 257 out of 641. Just enough to stop it. Like, yes, the AP finally fails. Wow. Okay. I thought for sure that if everyone else voted, it wouldn't be enough, but apparently not. Yeah, like, look, he's just got a big stack of cabs here. This is like 20 cabs. He doesn't need to bombard the defenses down. He can just attack and kill the defenders because calves are so much stronger. Like, it doesn't matter if there's pikes in here. You can still kill the defense. Now, he moved up a cannon, so that might cause him to stop, but it turned out it didn't. Like, the calves can literally just kill the defenders because they're that much stronger than them and just run right through the middle of American territory. He can finally link up with this city that he captured from the Barbs early in the game. Yeah, so that's it. If Wynakopek can't, or excuse me, if Washington can't get the AP to stop his war, it's over. He cannot stop the massive hordes of cavalry racing across his territory. And just killing longbows with impunity. Like, this cav just attacked a longbow in the capital and just killed it. That's because you can see it's at low health and it's got a lot of experience. Literally just walked up and killed the defenders in that city, even though it's a capital city. Anyway, he's got to marshal his... he's also building destroyers, by the way, that can take out the defenses of these cities. Yeah, this same thing here. A cav just walks up and kills the defender in the city. The sort of thing that normally would never happen in Civ 4. Where is he moving his main stack? It was over here before. Yeah, Wynakopek is going to own the whole north side of the map shortly. So now he's got this destroyer here. You can even take out the defenses. Okay, Boudicca also just started a war with... So the map is being consolidated right now into just what looks like it will probably be our last two leaders, which I know a lot of you have picked. All right, so let's get that war deck as well. Kind of wishing I'd picked Boudicca for this runner-up spot right now. Yeah, I don't know where his big stack is. He just has like random individual calves killing units. Which is apparently might be enough to take Chicago, just these random calves. Oh, here it is. Okay, I see. He moved it down through Boudicca's territory. So here's his big doom stack now with 55 units in it. Meanwhile, Boudicca is more intelligently going after York. She has 67 units in this stack. 7 trebuchets should be enough to take out the defenses pretty quickly. But remember, she is still working with medieval units here. Okay. Oh yeah, he brought destroyers over to take out the defenses, and then the calves just walked in. No siege units at all. Just the boats are enough to take out the defenders. Seattle's being defended by a swordsman. There can't be much left in there at this point. Oh, he took the capital with just random wandering calves. That's a lot of destroyers out there right now. Yeah, not much left of Washington at this point. He's completely carving up the Americans from every side at once. One, two, 3 cities left. And York is likely to be attacked here as well. I don't know if stop the war against Washington. Yeah, this is going to fail. See, Washington's trying to stop Huayna-Capac, but Huayna-Capac's just going to say no, and it's not going to work because we already saw it fail before, and Huayna-Capac's picked up a lot more Hindu cities since then, so he can easily shut this down. Yeah, fails again. Came way short that time, not even close. This city has one unit left. All right, so Boudicca picks up a city for her troubles. This is the first Churchill city. Power rating. Really absurd at this point. Huayna-Capac's at 47% land area. Again, he would need to attack Boudicca to, I think, to get domination. I think. He does have really good culture, so he might be able to push back against her culture. Maybe. There's only 2 American cities left, and this one has 1 unit in it. Literally just has 1 longbow in it, so shouldn't be too much longer here. Yeah, he has infantry. He finished assembly line a little while ago. Boudicca finished the shrine. I wonder if she would. I wonder if that induces her to flip over to Christianity. It doesn't matter because Huayna-Capac's in free religion at this point, but could be a factor. Washington adopts pacifism. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Yeah, where was this Huayna-Capac last season? I mean, he didn't get off to a good start. Oh yeah, and this is probably going to be swallowed up by Incan culture. 46. Yeah, this is probably going to flip to Huayna-Capac and help him in his quest for domination, assuming he even wants to win by domination. He just needs to move his units. He has not attacked and killed that last longbow yet. Where's Boudicca's main stack? Here it is. Or no, never mind, that's not it. Here it is. 27 units. I guess she's picking Warwick as the next city. Could Boudicca declare... let's see. Yep, cautious. They're both cautious towards one another. So, they are not at the point at which they will not attack. And remember, Huayna-Capac declares war at pleased, so... Even if it gets up to friendly, he can still declare war there. I just finished the Pentagon. Yeah, here's her big stack right here. She does have grenadiers. Wouldn't be of much use against Wynekopek, but... Alright, so we bid farewell to Washington, who had the real outside chance to finish in second place. If Wynekopek had attacked Boudicca, but instead he attacked Washington. And so it has not come to pass. Alright, come on, dude. Your cabs are healthy enough. We also see the bizarre situation where the AI builds naval units when they're down to their last city. Alright, the attack's gonna come in on this turn. Don't know why it took so long, but alright, so Wynekopek does finish him off. He's now on industrialism for tanks. Gets another kill, and we bid farewell to Washington. As I said, this is turning into a pretty fast game of AI Survivor because he's just muscling his way through the tech trees so quickly. All right, mark it down. Where are we at? 9 wars? Oh, if we can get a couple more, that would be good for me. Unfortunately, we're probably at a point where there can only really be one more war. Wynekopek versus Boudicca. Pretty much it. There can't really be any more wars other than that, unless they have multiple ones that start and stop. Although I think if Wynekopek got into a war with Boudicca, the game would just end very quickly. All right, turn 229 for Washington. And it's game 7. Also, if Wynekopek picks up his second kill of the game. And we're down to just 3. And we're likely to be down to 2 relatively quickly. Do you want to know what the ultimate troll result would be? If Wynekopek declares on Boudicca, and then Boudicca gets eliminated before Churchill, that would be really, that would be the most ridiculous ending to this. Anyway, if he declares, it would be on Boudicca, not on Churchill. I mean, more likely, right? Because he's +5 with Churchill. He's -1 with Boudicca, so that is in play. Yeah, Boudicca is way stronger than Churchill. It's not really close between the two of them. All right, well, it's also only turn 220, but Wynekopek's also flying through the tech tree, so this game doesn't have too many more turns. I mean, he still has a fair way to go, don't get me wrong, but he's just flying through the tech tree so fast. And he's also... Where's Machu Picchu? He's also only 60 turns away from a cultural victory, and closer than that if he decides to turn on culture. Could Churchill buy Wynekopek? He could. Like I said, it's in play. He's not on great terms with Boudicca. Like, he's only cautious with Boudicca. Wow, look at how promoted her units are. Got a Combat 4 Grenadier there, a Guerrilla 3 Grenadier. A City Raider 3 Grenadier up at the top. She's some very highly promoted units, which is pretty much what her trait combo does. This gives her highly promoted units. All right, stop the war. I'm curious who is going to vote in favor of this, if anyone. Let's finish this Broadway. He's at 53% land area, so he's going to pick up a little bit more as these cities come out of resistance. But he's still short at the moment. He would get a little bit more if the city flipped, which it looks likely to do, because it can't control any of its own tiles. This city as well could be under some pressure. It's more Incan culture than English. But realistically, he probably needs to go into one more war to have a chance to get... yeah, who is leading the AP right now? Because it was Washington, and Washington's dead now. So I legitimately don't know who's leading the AP at this point. All right, so both Boudicca and Churchill, what the heck just happened here? Who called this vote? I literally don't know who's calling this vote. Wynekopek said no. They both defied the resolution. What is going on? Very weird. Anyway, the war ground's on, although now Boudicca is going to have the defy unhappiness. Really weird. Don't really understand that. Okay. Wynekopek wanted them to have extra unhappiness, maybe. Maybe that's just it. He just wanted them to be angry. Everyone is tired of the AP. Well, this inner turn's taking a while. I was like, is Schweinekopek declaring war? He is building a fair amount of military. Don't tell me he's plotting war again. Couldn't betray our close friend. You shouldn't get defy unhappiness unless the vote would have passed otherwise. Okay. I guess that's it. Normally the AI just votes for whatever gets proposed, so it's kind of rare to have that pop up. All right, anyway, so the walls are closing in on Churchill right now. There's not a lot left. Boudicca still has this large stack. She has one Treb in this stack, though. Only one Trebuchet, so... Oh, never mind. She's got cannons and one tile behind. All right, now that she has cannons, she can proceed through the defenses way faster than with trebuchets and catapults, which take forever to get rid of castle defenses. I just want to do a quick check on the diplomacy. So, all right, so Schweinekopek did get up to pleased with Boudicca, which makes it a little bit less likely that he would declare war. But still, it's in play. He could attack either of them if he wanted to. Yeah, Churchill has held out for a long time. That's one of the reasons why I didn't pick Churchill as first to die, because he does defend well. And that was the case in previous seasons of AI Survivor as well, that he would defend really well. He just was never in a position to win one of these games. Churchill is getting up to rifling now. How about Boudicca? She has grenadiers, which are the backbone of her force. No, she's a long way from rifling. I guess she did get all the way up to steel, but like she's so ridiculously far behind Schweinekopek. Like he's probably 15 techs ahead, which is crazy because the whole tech tree is only like 75 techs. Anyway, the defenses at London are down, so that city will be captured almost immediately. Yeah, he definitely wants help, and he needs help. Don't think he's going to get it, though. Random infantry just standing on the border. Looks very intimidating. Also, this looks intimidating, too, but they're just milling around. It's not a war between these two, at least not right now. At least I don't think so. Weina does have tanks roaming around this territory. Oh, you know what it is? It's because Schweinekopek has built railroads, and the railroads, it's faster to move on the rails than it is to move on the roads. Yeah, he's moving on the railroads because it's faster to move through the railroads in Schweinekopek's territory. That's pretty hilarious. Did Schweinekopek tech mass media? I don't think so. Not yet, although he can research it. So keep an eye on when he builds the UN, which he will do, because he builds every wonder. All right, so Schweinekopek versus Boudicca for who controls the elections. Right now, we're seeing the Celts like slowly cut their way through the defenders' territory. All right, Schweinekopek did win. He is unlikely to want to stop this war, but who knows, maybe. There's not that much left of Churchill at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities. I don't know where he's going, or she's going with her main force. Very strange. All right, now back to Canterbury. The Grenadier against Longbow matchup is almost as one-sided as the Cav versus Longbow matchup. Grenadiers kill Longbows really easily. Oh, did he just go for culture? Because his mass media time just dropped. I think he just turned on the culture slider. No, he went 100% gold. Huh. Why does he want all that gold? I guess he's upgrading units or something? Huh. It's weird. Normally when you see that, it means that they're flipped on the culture slider and they're going for a cultural win. But apparently not. Kind of strange. Yeah, no world map for you guys. Oh, baby. Okay, well, are we going to get the troll outcome I predicted? Schweinekopek declared war on Boudicca. Okay, wow. Is Churchill going to survive this game? So, like, if we had domination turned off, Boudicca could easily win by conquest, but he will hit domination before that happens. All right, well, we look like we're headed for a domination win at this point, because Boudicca's already at 55%. Now, can he take away enough territory from Boudicca for Churchill to take second place? He captured a couple cities on the first turn. I mean, you know what this is like on the power bar graphs. It's, yeah. It's not even remotely close. Yeah, oh no, he's not going to kill either of them. But domination's close enough that I think it triggers before either of them get killed. The question is, can he knock Boudicca's score below Churchill? I think is the big issue at this point. Because that would cost a lot of people a lot of points who have Boudicca for second. I don't know if that's possible or not, but we will see. So he just took another city. 55%. I mean, he's going to win by domination, right? There's nothing is going to stop this attack. The question is, how does it play out? Like, if Churchill can take back some of, like, London and Canterbury, his score would go up a lot if he retook these cities. Boudicca's entire army is deep in English territory, so she really has no way to get them back into her... Oh, God, these tank columns are just punching right into Celtic territory. So he took Reims and took Tolosa. He didn't actually pick up too many tiles from that, at least not yet. 56%. Tiwanaku is really close to triggering a cultural victory, too. I mean, he's only 26 turns away from a cultural victory, too. Like, the tank... I mean, it's tanks against literally longbows in these cities. Most of the defenders are freaking longbows, and he has tanks. This is like when you turn down the difficulty to, like, settler and just run around. That's pretty much what this game has turned into. Why was he cautious with Boudicca? I mean, I can't really see it now. I think it's because they had, number one, they had a lot of border tension, and number two, that they had some spy things that were going on. Like, Boudicca had been running some spies against him. I think that's why. Anyway, it's a good question, though. They do have the identical piece weight, so you would think that they would... you'd think that they'd be closer than that, but oh well. So there goes another city. I mean, but Boudicca's like, all right, well, if I can't survive, I'm going to continue to take Celtic cities away from Churchill, who only has two... No, he's got 4 cities left. He's not going to die here. 57%. I think Boudicca is going to hold out long enough to finish in second place. I think. I mean, I don't want to underestimate these tanks, though. Yeah, and some you attacked our friend because of the wars with Churchill. I mean, I don't want to underestimate like just how badly the Celtic territory is disappearing here, because those cities are falling very quickly. No cities fell that turn, though. Boudicca's forces are like still trying to kill Churchill, making no attempt to defend themselves. I think she might lose her capital here. Like, the tanks capture it and they just keep right on going to the next target. Like, there's no stopping. They just roll right on through. Boudicca converts to Christianity. Yeah, now Oxford's getting attacked. Seriously, Churchill is just like curled up in the fetal position. It's just who can die first, basically. Oh, he might be run down here with some of these units and try to take like London and Canterbury. This is like Season 2 playoff game 2. I agree, except that it's even more dominant event. This is maybe the most dominant performance we've ever seen from an AI. It's just been an absolute total crushing of everyone else in the field from start to finish. Like, if you wanted to make the argument that Wine is the best AI, this is like the game you would go to. Did he just win on this turn, by the way? He did. Yep. He picked up a lot. I knew he picked up a lot of territory that turn. All right, that does it. One of our fastest games we've ever... This might be the earliest finish in Survivor history. Turn 252 domination win. Boudicca does hold on for second. Churchill is alive. Boudicca would have been dead in 10 more turns. But Churchill does hold on. So a lot of you are going to outscore me because you had Boudicca for second. I would have had a really good scoring game if I had picked that. Basically, no one gets points for victory, and because the victory was so early. My goodness. Let's watch the replay and then go from there. Ooh, also not a lot of wars. Only 10. Only 10. If there'd been 11, I would have gotten 2 more points. Dang it. Oh well, should have picked Boudicca. I would have had a pretty good scoring game if I'd picked Boudicca. Should have gone with 12 instead of... oh well. Anyway, so the early game is pretty much a story of everybody expands out. Huayna gets a great share of the land. The big turning point in this game was Napoleon declares war on Washington. Looks like it might go well, and then Boudicca declares war on Napoleon. Biggest turning point in the early game. Responsible for Napoleon getting knocked around and becomes a really weak AI. Then the next big thing is when Augustus declares war on Huayna, followed by Boudicca redeclaring on... Yeah, Napoleon makes peace with Boudicca, and then Boudicca returns to war. So Napoleon gets finished off, chomp chomp. Boudicca gets most of the spoils. Could have been a slightly different game if Washington had gotten like 3 cities and Boudicca got 3 cities, but instead it was split 5-1 in favor of Boudicca. She got almost all the spoils. And then Huayna finishes off the war against Augustus, which, by the way, he already has cavalry at this. He already has rifles and calves at this point. 1240 AD. He already has rifles and calves. So then it's just, well, where does Huayna want to go next? Okay, apparently he wants to declare war on Washington. So by Washington, chomp, chomp, chomp. There goes all the blue off the mini-map. And at this point, Churchill was dying to Boudicca right up until we see Huayna enter the war, and then that's it. Oh, apparently I missed the ending there because the game ended so freaking fast. So we'll just run it at super fast speed again. Yeah, Boudicca didn't have much left by the end of that. All right. So, I mean, what do we even have to look at in terms of the bar graphs? Huayna is way ahead in everything. GNP is disgusting. Food. Look at Boudicca collapse in food as all her cities die. Power. Culture. I mean, it was an absolute clinic in this game. He was so far ahead of everyone. This is like, it's like playing with cheat codes on, basically. Land area, population, soldiers, food, 947 food to 105 for Boudicca. Wow. 6 cities were taken on the last turn. Jeez, thanks for that point, David. I missed that. 6 cities taken. Ooh, all right.